Hello. You are tuning into another episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's first topic, Stephen A. Smith and First Take say right now is the best chance for the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson to win a Super Bowl. Look, guys, you know what's crazy? And I want to make sure that I make my point made on this. Nobody is saying that the Baltimore Ravens do not have a good team. Nobody is saying that the Baltimore Ravens do not have a good roster. Nobody is saying the Baltimore Ravens do not have weapons. But this narrative that they're already pushing, where they're actively pointing out all of the weaknesses of every team in the AFC and how all these other quarterbacks are poor them, poor Burrow, poor Josh Allen, poor Patrick Mahomes, starting to really sicken me right here. I'm tired of it. But on today's show on First Take, he comes out and he says, look, barring everything, this could be the best chance for Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens to win a title. Now, look, I'm not saying that they're lying. I'm just saying that they're not fully being truthful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio, right? And then we're going to break it down, all right? So without further ado, let me press this button, and you'll be able to hear exactly what I heard. Mind you, context. I'm not saying that he's lying or even that he's wrong. But what I am saying is that he's building a narrative. Let's get this party started. Check this out.
I'm not sure about my take on this one, but this is how I feel. I believe one could legitimately argue this is Lamar Jackson's best chance at a Super Bowl title. I'm just looking at this roster. First of all, their defense improved as the season waned. On top of it all, you got Pro Bowlers at every level. And you spent 3 of your first 4 picks in the draft buffering up that defense, Lewis. Okay, we got that out the way.
Hold up, before he says we got that out of the way, we've already seen how small the defense comes or performs, within the playoffs. We've already seen that. All of these other quarterbacks have more turnovers, shorter field positions, touchdowns scored for them by their defense, all that stuff. Lamar don't get none of that. So for all of those all-pro and Pro Bowl guys, they don't play like Pro Bowl and all-pro guys when they get to the playoffs. But that's neither here nor there. Let's continue.
Offensively, let's pay attention to what we're talking about here. You got Lamar Jackson, although he's got 2 league MVPs and just 3 playoff wins in his 7 years. The brother is a stud. He's spectacular. We know this.
He is.
When you look at him with Derrick Henry, particularly with run play options, I mean, my God, you got that going on. You got Zay Flowers. You got Bateman, who had 9 touchdowns last year, okay, and is their primary deep threat. Plus, you have D-Hop that you just acquired, because they always pick up a veteran, right? Not only did you do that, at the tight end spot, you got Andrews, who has to catch passes in the playoffs, by the way, when it counts. Nobody brings up that he dropped that pass from Lamar Jackson. That's a touchdown. I mean, that could change the game, but that's neither here nor there. You got to catch those passes. But Isaiah Likely is no joke.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at these cats right now, and I'm saying, and their offensive line. Where's the
Whoa, what is he going to say?
weakness?
Where's the
When you look at the weapons,
what did he say?
at these cats right now, and I'm saying, and their offensive line. Where's the weakness?
You see, this is my problem with this, right? We're going to let it continue, but the offensive line for the Ravens are not great. It's not great. Everybody knows this. If there's a weakness on this team, it's the offensive line. It's the trenches. I mean, they've done things to mitigate the defensive line, so we're thinking we should have a top 10 defensive line within the NFL. We talked about this morning on the Wunderkind Morning Show, live Monday through Thursday. Make sure that you guys become members and sign up for that and subscribe. But nonetheless, why are we acting like we don't know, or we're trying to cover up the lack of protection that Lamar usually has? All last year, they couldn't even run the ball to the right side of the line. How many plays blown up in the backfield. But the offensive line is so great, though. It's nasty work, but I'll let it continue.
When you look at the weapons that the Baltimore Ravens have had, yes, you've got to pay attention to Buffalo. Can't sleep on them. Of course, Kansas City is Kansas City. And there's some formidable dudes in the AFC. I got it. Mm-hmm. But who's as loaded as the Baltimore Ravens? I'm talking about across the board. Cincinnati's defense is nothing to brag home about. Kansas City is still concussed over that beatdown in the Super Bowl.
You can make that argument.
Buffalo, they got to get over the hump, okay? And you got to worry about other receivers and whether or not they're going to step up and help Josh Allen. It's good that they got James Cook. They kept him in tow. I get that part. But nobody is as loaded across the board as Baltimore. I'm just saying I think this is the greatest chance and the most pressure, arguably, Lamar Jackson will have ever had in his career at a Super Bowl, because everybody's looking at the Baltimore Ravens and they're saying, what the hell is the excuse now?
Now, guys, I'm going to cut it right there, right? I could have let Riddick go on, but I'm not even going to play him. I want you to understand this, right? You're like, what is going to be the excuse now? I love when they do stuff like this, right? So let's make a checklist. Special teams was bad last year, right? Our Hall of Fame kicker was kicking like a bottom 2 kicker in the entire league. Check the stats. He was a bottom 2 kicker last year. Offensive line was right? We were getting sacks, but we were not getting consistent pressure from the D-line. And we were giving up some of the most big play opportunities in the NFL. At one time, we were on pace to break all NFL records for most big-time games, big yards, 20 yards or more, 30 yards or more, 40 yards or more, all different types of stuff. We were on a historical pace to break for that porous defense we had in the back. Pause. And we're not even going to factor in all of the drops that seem to always be a plague, sickness for the Baltimore Ravens. But now that they have a 30-plus-year-old running back who all of them said, oh, it's a good thing, but, he's way past his prime. And Lamar Jackson, now it's so unfair. And I keep saying this, right? When they like you, they make all the excuses for you. When they don't, everything becomes a reason why they could be against you. And it's sickening. It is absolutely sickening. And I'm telling you this, winning one title with Lamar Jackson will never be enough. Hence why I said for me it won't be enough also. But for the media, you got to win, you got to win, you got to win. That's all they say, win, 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 win. You think they're going to shut up if he wins one, when he wins one? You really think they're going to shut up? They were running off at the mouth. Their gums was taking out rent for words the way they were running. He goes out there, Jalen Hurts, and wins. Beats Patrick Mahomes. Thoroughly trounces him. And all of a sudden it's because his defense is better than Pat's. His weapons were better than Pat's. His coaching at that day was better than Pat's. His running back is better than Pat's. And Kelsey's not the same thing because of Taylor. So his tight end's better than Pat's. Every excuse in the world. Oh, anybody could have won if they had that team. And that's going to be what they're going to do with Lamar. Hence why they're saying he has everything. Everything. And when I start breaking down when they say we have everything, I ask people, I say, okay, we have everything, right? Cool. Where do you rank our O-line? Where do you rank our receivers? When you start to do stuff like that, they'll be like, yeah. Do we got all pros on the team? Yeah, we do. We have guys that are really great at the positions. Roquan's great. Hamilton's great. Marlon Humphrey has been great. Lamar, Henry. Heck, throw in Mark Andrews during the regular season. Yeah. But make no mistake about it. This team still has a lot of holes in it. Our kicker is still missing plethoras of kicks. A plethora of kicks in training camp still. The other day, he missed 2 easy ones. 2 or 3 every time. He might have one day where it's like, oh, he only missed 1 or he was perfect. Then the next 3 or 4 days, he missed 2, he missed 3 every single time. So we have a highly inconsistent kicker. O-line, we're praying, fasting, hoping, wishing that they somehow get better than what they were last year. And once again, we are praying, we are hoping, fasting for the receivers not to be dropping the ball like they did last year. And we are hoping, we are praying, we are fasting that the defense will actually get turnovers and not keep dropping wide open interceptions like they did last year. So I'm sick of this narrative where, yo, the Baltimore Ravens have everything. They have everything. Oh my God. It's not fair. Burrow doesn't have everything. When Burrow lost the Super Bowl, you know what they said? When his defense was the best defense in the playoffs, the best offensive pieces in the playoffs. Man, if he had a good offensive line, he would have won this. At that time, his kicker was kicking like he was the best kicker in the league. McPherson. He was real fierce with those kicks. Well, if he had a great offensive line, he would have never lost. So you wanted him to have everything. Mind you, I'm not against a guy having everything. But you see how he would have won if that was perfect. So, Pro Bowl level running back, multiple Pro Bowl All-Pro wide receivers. And the O-line is really your only weakness. And it's like, oh, well, the only reason why we lost is because our O-line is not good. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? And that's not really fair to Joe. Mind you, he contributed 5 touchdowns in that run. And I'm not going against Joe Burrow. I think he's a great player. Top 5 QB in the league right now for context. But I'm being honest. This is ridiculous. Stop the foolishness. Oh, the Ravens, there's excuses, there's everything. They were saying we have no excuses a couple years back. They were saying we had no excuses in 2019. They were saying we had no excuses in 2020. 2021. So I really don't like, when I hear them, I just be like looking at them like this. Because the only reason why they're tripping is because Lamar finally got some help. Hence why I wanted Derrick Henry so much. You gave Lamar this much help, and the whole world loses their mind. But it's okay for Patrick Mahomes to have help. It's okay for Josh Allen to have help. It's okay for Joe Burrow to have help. All of y'all that think that, make sure you bring your face real close to this screen. Screen, slap. Think I'm joking with y'all. Matter of fact, double slap. And you got to give it on the black hand side, double slap. Old school. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But what do you guys think? Do you think the Ravens are a perfect team? They have everything that you could ever wish for, ask for. EDC has done nothing but a flawless job to build this team, to build this Ravens dream. Let me know what you think down in the comments, you can please, all right? But as always, that's episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching, and now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh, but everything we talk about, we're doing what? Facts and truth. Please remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, guys, leave a comment in all of the comments. Please remember, support, subscribe, and become a member for the Wunderkind Morning Show. You see it right here, right? Live Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., where we touch on all hot topics of sports, and we have a little bit of nostalgia and trivia, questions from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s to make you smile, guys. It's so worth it. Be a part of it. I'm telling you, it's a growing community. Be there, be squared, all right? Also, if you guys would like to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is Nectar signing off. And as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yup.
Finish him, Daddy.